Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel to my new subscribers. I can't believe I've gained so many subscribers and I haven't even posted for a few months. I'm really sorry that I've just been scarred. I have really meant to put a video out. A lot of things have happened and I've just decided I'll just put it out when I feel like I can, and I am grateful now that I can actually do one or two videos. So bear with me because a lot of things have just been up and down. So I know some people have expected me to put out some videos and I've just not leaned into that expectation, generally because I just wanted to feel okay when I was posting a video. And yeah, I've had a few changes recently which you guys will be getting to know about soon. My name is Faith. For those of you who are new here, a lot of us are new here and I'm so grateful. I'm hoping that whatever you clicked for, hopefully you are able to get it from here. Hopefully when I need to post videos or when somebody out there is needing that video, I am able to get my ass together and post the video. Amen. Today's video is a video that I'm making from one of the questions I got from one of my first few videos on my pharmacy series. So someone asked me, what happens if you fail your GPHC exam 3 times? So if you're not familiar with this, the GPHC exam is the registration exam that you write, right, to become a licensed pharmacist in the UK, and you only get 3 takes. So what happens if you fail it 3 times because you've gone to university? Wait, you started from college. You went to college, you went to university. That's at least 6 years. At least 6 years just to pursue this career as a pharmacist. Now, this might be something that has been your passion, or it could be that your parents encourage you to just go into pharmacy. Whatever it is, it's just a lot of time to have just spent and then get to this finish line. 7 years actually, if you count the pre-reg year. Get to the finish line and then you don't pass, and it's like, well, what do I do from here? I know it can be so frustrating. It can be so devastating. Like, it would feel so literally sad. You've actually come to the end of this journey and failed to cross the finish line. Like, I can just imagine. But please don't dwell on it for too long. Lean into how you feel. Understand that it's been a process and you need to mourn at the end of that process. Lean into that, but try not to sit there for too long, because 1, time waits for no man, and 2, how about you think about it this way? You might say this is from a religious standpoint, but if you've put in all this effort, if you've put in all this hard work, if you've done all these things, if you've spent all this time, because you are hardly $1 if you get past pharmacy school. Even if you get into pharmacy school, you are hardly someone who does not know anything. If you put in all this effort and it still does not work out, it just sounds like one thing to me. Perhaps that's not really what you're meant to do. And guess what? That's not the end of the road. Literally, there's so much. The world is your oyster at this point. Fine, you might have had tunnel vision. You might have known that this is what you wanted to go for, but unfortunately it didn't work out. And now you can just, take off those goggles, take off your binoculars and just explore the world around you. So what are the possibilities if you have now failed your exam 3 times and it doesn't seem like being a pharmacist professional would be coming to reality for you? The first thing I'll need you to remember is that you may have gone to university to study pharmacy. Whatever part of the world that you're in, you may have gone to university to study pharmacy as a course. It does not mean that that's the only thing you can do with that degree. So as a pharmacy student or as a pharmacy graduate, you have come out with tons and tons of transferable skills. So as an ex-pharmacy student, I can name a few. There's a lot of things that you learn just in the course of studying this degree that you can then take and make a whole new thing. So I don't know if you're getting the gist here. So the fact that you got to the end and you did not become a licensed professional does not mean your degree is a waste. And nowadays, oh my god, people are literally just going from one career to a completely different career. Like, I know people who are in the medical field and they went into IT. Like, there's so much that you can do, and take this as an opportunity for you to now even, you know, explore, dig deep within. What is it that you as a person like outside wanting to become a pharmacy professional? There's so many things. And nowadays, you're not only limited to becoming a shirt and tie wearing professional. You're not only limited, like, the world is now so vast. The world of just professionalism is so vast that you don't only have to be someone who wears a suit and tie. You can literally get like the most laid back, chilled out job that you can do in your pajamas at home. So you need to now hone on those skills that you have learned while you were in university, or even just figure out what skills you naturally have and if you would like to build on them. So like I said, I'm just going to name a few of the skills that I feel like as pharmacy student or as a pharmacy graduate that you have come out with. So you have your knowledge of medicines, you have your business skills, because at pharmacy school they do teach us business skills, because they know that some people will probably go on to become like business owners, so own a pharmacy or own a medicine supply company. Like, there's so many things you can do. The next thing I can think of is that you have got top-notch pharmaceutical knowledge that you can advance and further by going back to school for a year or so, or you can take that knowledge and go into the pharmaceutical industry and get some internship. Also have negotiation skills, and there's quite a few things you can do with those skills. You have regulatory skills. So as we all know, in pharmacy there's a lot of regulations, there's law and ethics, and you have skills that help you understand why these rules come to be and why they're there and what they do and what happens if you break the rules. All of that you can just make into a whole new thing. You have calculation skills. Let me tell you, calculation is like literally our bread and butter in pharmacy. You can also go into project management. Why? Because as a pharmacy graduate or as a pharmacist trainee, which is what you are before you take your exam, you're actually taught to lead a team. You're actually taught to spearhead the pharmacy as a whole. So you are taught time management skills, professional skills, people skills, just general skills that you need to manage a project, which in this case is the entire pharmacy. And then you can carry these skills onwards to go to a whole different career. So that's another thing. And now to the people who, and I know this is like a good amount of pharmacy students, you wanted to study medicine, you wanted to study dentistry, you wanted to study something else in the medical line. It could be nursing as well, but you never managed to get there and you ended up in pharmacy. Well, this is your time. I know like time has passed, but if there's anything that the last few years has taught us, is that just do what you want to do. So if you feel like you want medicine or dentistry or nursing or physiotherapy or whatever it could be, you literally have the prerequisite now in your hands. You can take this pharmacy degree, this MPharm degree, this training that you've done, and just go on and do it, because I don't think any of these professions will require anything that a pharmacy degree cannot give to you. There's a lot more out there that I probably have not mentioned in this video, and as a disclaimer I would say these are just pointers, right? You need to go out there and do your research. So I'm just getting you into that mindset of thinking, you know what, there's a whole lot more that I can do. Like, it doesn't have to be the end of the world. The only thing that I would say as perhaps a little bit of a downside, but it shouldn't really be a downside, because at the end of the day you need to just think about what the end game is that you would probably need to take back a year or two where you have probably expected that you would start, you know, practicing and earning money. So you might need a year or two or three, depending on what you decide to go into, to just retrain yourself and retrain your mindset and retrain your skills to go into whatever aspect or whatever career path that you decide to follow. And fine, it sounds like a long time, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, 3 years will fly. One thing I can also say is that this will give you an opportunity to, if you can, do a bit of self journey, do a bit of like, okay, who am I? What are the things I like? What can I actually do that I feel like will please me? Some people take out a year and just go traveling, you know, just to clear their minds and try and understand what exactly they would like to do as a next step of their careers. I know the list that I've mentioned today are definitely not exhausted. Like, there's definitely a whole lot more. So whatever it is, you can get an internship, because in this part of the world, a lot of careers don't require you to actually go to university anymore, as long as you've got experience and training behind your back, right? And so you can do that. Or if you feel like you want to go back down the education route, just go back to school. Getting an admission shouldn't be that hard with a pharmacy degree, I promise you. The only thing I would say is now, what the problem could be for people who need visas. So a lot of people that watch my videos, I know, probably require visas, and now this is probably one of the biggest things that's playing on your mind whilst you're thinking about what to do next. I won't lie, it's tricky. Like, it's not the easiest thing to figure out, especially when you need a visa. Anyone who needs a visa to work or stay in the country that they're staying in can understand how frustrating it can be when you feel like you can't see like the road ahead for you in terms of your stay or your visa. The easiest way out of it is to go back to school, is to get a tier 4 visa and study something else that would then equip you to be able to now get a job that would sponsor you a tier 2 visa. So once you've decided what you want to do amongst all these things that you could possibly do in this world, decide, is it worth staying? If it's worth staying, yes, go back to school, get a tier 4 visa, and then redirect and reroute. If you feel like you can't do a tier 4 visa, you can't afford to go back to school, you're not entitled to loans, then you might want to now start intensively searching for an internship that would sponsor you on a tier 2 visa. Now, this is probably the hardest, most far-fetched one, but it's not impossible. So you just need to just be positive. And at the end of the day, if you try all these many different things and you feel like nothing works for you, you might just need to go right back to the drawing board. I wish you all the very best in whatever direction that you feel like you need to go in. I wish you all the very best, and I'm just praying for you that the sadness and the feeling of just being down that you might have right now does not last too long, and that you're able to gain clarity of mind and understand exactly what it is that you would like to do going forward, because I promise you the world is your oyster as long as you just follow the right steps and do the right things and just have the right attitude and mindset towards it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for stopping by on my channel. I hope to see you again in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.